celebrating, just like the late great Abu Hector Peterson and all of them. But you're not a victim in Danseka, you're a victor. Don't only celebrate holidays when you were conquered, when a lot was done for you, but we must celebrate holidays and remember what the generation of 1976 was fighting for. And we must remember and be inspired by the spirit that they possessed and they had to go against the apartheid government with no guns. And a lot of them were willing to lay down their lives for that cause. What cause are you willing to lay down your life for right now in 2023, 2024? Are you willing to lay down your life for any cause right now? What does June 16 mean to you? What do you think about when I read of such names like Abu Koko Grace? When I read such names like Abu Koko Kredomutu? What do you think about when I talk about the Sharpeville massacre, the Phoenix massacre, the Boipatong massacre, the June 1976 uprisings? Imagine the spirit of the youth, the spirit they had back in those days and what they achieved. You're not a victim, you're a victor. As you celebrate your June 16, know the meaning of the day. Know the significance of what your great ancestors, your great grandparents have had to go through for you to be here and have the luxury of to be living the life that you're living. To be kuluming that English that you're kuluming, that you're buoying. To be free, to be creating your own brands, building your own businesses. To be free to speak your mind on all these internet platforms. Have you ever fathomed or actually imagined what they were going through in their days? When they were caught banga petani basket, they were disciplined, they were trooping. That is even nothing. Go a century, 2, 3, 4 centuries before that. And remember your greatness. Remember how you were all over the world before anybody else was. Remember how you civilized Europe before they could twist and turn your history about what you've done, what you've achieved, what you've meant to civilization, what you've meant to the world. Go research the Eve gene, the mitochondria. It's not my mother tongue, but go research the Eve gene. That all humans all over the world are traced back to one woman in East Africa who gave birth to all of us. And guess I could leo mama begacha. I found them now. So blind. They just you celebrating a mindset. We victim, or see victim. Rich, blind, swim, pure, emotion, the talent, you're a creator, you're a winner, you are a conqueror, you're a victor, you're a king, you're a queen. And I want you to stick to that mindset. And I provoked you, Mama Boom, so you can come here and hear the message. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a great June 16. Understand what the day means. Understand the significance of the day. Go read your history. Go find out whose you are. Who you are. Where are you from? Where are you going? What is your purpose? Wowzela and Khabe. And thank you for tuning into this video. Celebrate June 16 because you are the next generation. You gotta grab the baiting and run with it. You are the future Solomon Masha. You are the future Lumumba. You are the future Mama Grace. You are the future Mama Wee. They never die. We never die. We multiply. Dako.
I'm just gonna roll here. I'm ready.
Yeah, let me know. You'll just come.
Rolling. We're in.
June 16 is a scam. I know you're gonna be very mad at me when I say that because I wanted to grab your attention and I want to explain to you. We've got about 11 to about 13 holidays in a year in South Africa. And thank you to the government. Let me read some of the holidays for everyone. We've got New Year's Day at the beginning of the year on the 1st of January, which becomes a public holiday. We've got Human Rights Day, 21st of March. In April, we've got Good Friday. We've We've got Family Day on the 10th of April. 27th of April will be your Freedom Day. We've got Workers' Day on the 1st of May. We've got 16th June, which is today, Youth Day. 9th of August, National Women's Day. Heritage Day, 24th of September. Public Holiday Heritage Day observed. And then we've got the 16th of December, which is a day of reconciliation, and the 25th of December, which is Christmas Day. We honor our heroes. We appreciate for the lives, we appreciate them for laying down their lives for us to be living the lives that we're living now. Do we understand what June 16 means to us? Do we understand some of the holidays that we get to celebrate as a country? Do our young people understand that June 16 is more than just wearing your school uniform and just going out to have fun and get drunk and party everywhere? Do you understand the real meaning of June 16? Do you understand the real meaning of Sharpeville Day, Boipatong, the Marikana massacre? And right now, even though there isn't a holiday, the Phoenix massacre. What were the people fighting for, Abu Mama Betu, when they marched against the past laws back in 1956? Do you remember Abu Mama Lilengoy, Abu Mama Charlotte McClegg? Even way back then in the early 1900s, when they were fighting for the Land Act during the apartheid regime back in those days. And why would I put in such an offending title? Offending title. Some people don't even listen. We don't even read articles. We'll just read a headline and then just say such and such without having to have gone and listened or read the article. We'll say such an artist's album is trash just by listening to just one single song on the radio without having to listen to the album. But here is my explanation. I believe we've just been kept into this cycle of us being victims. I refuse to be a victim. I believe we keep on celebrating holidays where stuff was done to us, when we were conquered, when we were killed, our ancestors were killed, our mothers, our fathers were killed. We were conquered. We were never conquered. We'll always be conquerors because we gave birth to this whole world. I believe we are trapped into this one cycle of not being able to separate, us dwelling in that victim mentality and us understanding that we were there way before 1652, way before Ubab Jan van Riebeeck actually set their foot here, way before Christopher Columbus set foot on the Americas. Abantu abamnyama were all over the world. Go read history on the influence of us to the Greeks and the civilization that a lot of them would say or outside countries or certain nations. Why they must always dwell on history when we were conquered, when they sort of or so-called discovered us, discovered our lands. Our lands have always been here. Abantu abamnyama kudala bagcwele umhlaba wonke, kudala siblind, kudala civilized, kudala funa thina futhi saletha i-civilization siblind. Even naleyo internet hambe yo research ukuthi qala ubani, qala abobani. Even naleyo cryptography, actually as a matter of fact, on the Hustlers Corner platform, go back maybe about 40 episodes ago and look for an interview. Yaka siyabonga mkhulu, siyabonga ngemfundiso, siyabonga ngomsebenzi omuhle. Umkhulu Zulu Matha. Go listen to that interview and go research his history. Go research his history about participating in being one of the first black people, not only just black people, humans, to write down that cryptography codes. For us to now celebrate crypto and the blockchain. For us now we're celebrating about ChatGPT. Go research with grand and I can go on and on and on, but I kind of feel we are now dwelling on this victim mentality when we were conquered, when we were killed, when this and that was done to us. When are we going to celebrate from us being great, from us giving life to this world? from us having civilized the entire Europe, from back in the day. Yes, they say the great ukhokho credo mutu akusina ubaba kimi, ukhokho akusina umkhulu kimi, ukhokho credo mutu teaches us that in African history, and all of the African elderly people will tell you, our history is usually passed on orally. Although it's passed on orally, there's always been great books that were written about our history, but that were intentionally burnt. And that it was intentionally done that we don't have history channels about ourselves on television. That it was intentionally done that when you share a certain type of history about whose you are, who you are, where you come from, it gets deleted, it gets censored on all of these different platforms. Why is it that all the time you must always remember you being a victim? Because you're not a victim, you are a victor, you are a conqueror. Just like the late great Hector Peterson, may his soul rest in peace. You know, my mom tells me of a story of when she used to go to a school called Skanondoana in Soweto, and her best friend died because amabhulu babengaphandle bona babesehulweni babambe meeting laphana athi amabhulu nawudubula ama tear gas laphana when that door opened kodwa babengasemnyango. Umama phuma nomngane wakhe babaleka and all the other students babaleka around the 1976 uprisings. Her friend was shot and she never made it. She's not here today. I could have lost my mother. I couldn't be. There is high possibilities that I wouldn't be here today. What was done to black people is brutal. It's a shame. It's ridiculous. Yes, we should know our history. Yes, we should know who we are. Yes, we should know where we come from. But we can't keep on only being reminded by when we were conquered and always see ourselves as victims and always dwell in this victim mentality because we're not victims. I refuse to be a victim because I'm not. I'm a victor. I'm a conqueror. I'm a winner. I'm a creator. I'm a history books type of person. I'm a game changer. I'm a pioneer. I'm a king. You are a queen. You are an emperor. You are an empress. You are amazing. You created this whole world, and you are all over the world way before. Bona labo van Riebeeck, bona labo Christopher Columbus, bona labo. So stop dwelling into this mentality of celebrating holidays of when you were conquered, because you've never been conquered. They tried to take chances on you, and yes, bayeba wina for iminyaka ethize, for ama-decades athize, for ama-centuries ambalwa nyana athize. Mara khona manje there's an awakening that's happening all over the world. Khathele, man. I'm glad that you clicked on this video and you are mad at me, and you are allowed to be mad at me. Call me out, drag me if you want to, but I'm just here and I'm doing this video to just remind you of your greatness, of your kingship, of your queenship, of your amazingness, of your soul, of your love. Mntomnyama unesiphiwo. Mntomnyama nawucula nje kuyazwakala ukuthi ucula wena man. Mntomnyama yazi na umuva nale way ujayiva ngakhona. Sometimes sesisijwayele so much la eMzansi that we end up saying, we're just a nation of jivers, but vele because siphiwe man. Yazi umntomnyama nombeka agida la, akhumula istatue agida ngenyawo. Owavunula la mhlambe umuntu wase-KZN ashaya into yakhe ngaphatha olusuthu apha enkubo yahayi ashapile emndiyanyewo hayi kurayitsa ntotsa hayi ato explainela ka culture yahayi ukuthi wakayo kuyena ke ma. Even just the way we engage, the way we love the culture of storytelling, the way we tell our stories, the way that we are so great that right now we're making box office hits in Hollywood. They're even sometimes taking our stories and turning them into as if it's fiction. It's not fiction. The Wakanda story is not fiction. About Spider-Man, about Batman, about Superman. You think that's fiction? What do you think all of these people got all of that information from? From your greatness. They're talking about your ancestors. They're talking about you. Go read Indaba, My Children, by the great Koko Credo-Mutu. Go read all his books, as a matter of fact. And not only him, even Mama Grace. I want to give you guys her full name. Not even Mama, it's not even Ukoko, give me Ukoko now. Sadly. Abanye Ben and Maz. The full name. So you go search, go research about Ugogo Grace Masuku the Great. Connected time in spirit. She was an astounding African knowledge expert, a spiritual mother. Her memorial is this Sunday, the 18th of June. We are all in mourning for having lost such a great mind of her caliber. You know, when the late Coco Kledomuta passed on, it felt like a library had just burnt down. It is so important to preserve nature. And there's something about it, the more you preserve, the more you learn about nature, the better you become. Those were her words from when she was featured on the 21 Icons, Ugogo Grace Masu. The family would like to confirm with deep regret and sadness that she has just passed on. She was a traditional conservationist, a mother, a grandmother, a Coco Grace Meiki Masu. She has sadly passed on. May her soul rest in peace. She got the Africa Award in 2001. The Letwanana project, the indigenous pharmacy project that yields herbs to treat diseases. She has been sharing and very open about that story, about those teachings, about that information. The Boipatong project, she was doing leather goods, producing initiatives there, helping women put together NGOs, projects showcasing South Africa to the World Summit and all these different platforms all over the world.